Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Second ID Commander honors wounded soldiers for bravery in Camarines Sur clash. Marine Scout sniper candidates rescue drowning child in Bulacan. All companies roll back fuel prices. China's claim on Palawan deemed baseless.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, March 4, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, Major General Cerilio Balauro Jr., the commander of the 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division, honored 7 wounded soldiers in a ceremony at the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Center yesterday. He personally awarded the Wounded Personnel Medal to troops from the 81st Infantry Spartan Battalion who sustained injuries during clashes with New People's Army rebels in Ragay, Camarines Sur last February 23 to 24. Major General Balauro praised their courage and assured them of the Army's full support during the recovery. He also emphasized that their sacrifices inspired fellow soldiers and reaffirmed the military's commitment to peace and security.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
2 Marine Scout sniper candidates from the 64th Force Reconnaissance Company swiftly responded to a drowning incident at Madlum River, Barangay Sibul, San Miguel, Bulacan. Corporal Gestori Dalman and PFC JP Navales were en route to a training site survey when they saw a crowd gathered around 10-year-old child who had been rescued from the water but was unresponsive. PFC Navales, trained in basic life support, immediately performed CPR until medical responders arrived. The Barangay Sibul Rural Health Unit and 1st Scout Ranger Regiment Medical Dispensary facilitated the child's transport to a medical facility where he was declared in stable condition.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let's hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM 7ID strengthen operational coordination.
Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, Commander of the Northern Luzon Command, and the Command Staff welcome Major General Joseph Norwindi Pasamonte, Philippine Army, Commander of the 7th Infantry Tugnay Division, during his visit at Headquarters NOLCOM Camp Aquino, San Miguel, Tarlac City on March 3, 2025. The visit reinforced the operational coordination between NOLCOM and 7ID, which is under NOLCOM's operational control. Discussions focused on mission alignment, interoperability, and enhancing joint operations to address security challenges in Central Luzon. Lieutenant General Buca reaffirmed NOLCOM's commitment to supporting 7ID in achieving mission success. He emphasized that effective leadership, guided by matapang, masipag, magalang at responsable values, ensures operational efficiency and strengthens security efforts in the region. This is John Sagok reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne, from NOLCOM.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A firefight erupted between the groups of Kandutoy Abdullah of the National Guard, MILF, and Apang Abdul Karim, the brother of the late Pli Zakaria Abdul Karim of the 118th BCB of MILF in Makabuwal, Tugunan, SGA BARM. Initial reports indicated that the clash was a retaliation for the March 1 shooting incident that led to the death of Pli Zakaria Abdul Karim. The conflict has forced at least 13 families from Sitio Caltan, Barangay Makabuwal, to flee to Barangay Balong for safety. In response, security forces, including the 40th Infantry Battalion and the Philippine National Police, have launched law enforcement operations to prevent further escalation. Authorities are also coordinating with MILF leaders and peacekeeping bodies to de-escalate tensions and restore order in the affected areas.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
House Assistant Majority Leader and Zambales 1st District Representative J. Kong-hoon has called on the Department of National Defense to strengthen internal security measures against foreign espionage threats. He urged the officials to safeguard key government facilities, military camps, and embassies from potential breaches. Kong-hoon stressed that hacking attempts pose serious national security risks, warning that foreign spies operate with intent and strategy. The congressman also pushed for enhanced counterintelligence and advanced technology to combat spying activities.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let's hear from Jess about 2nd ID Commander honors 7 wounded soldiers in Quezon City.
Yes, Rofh, the 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division Commander, honored 7 wounded soldiers in an awarding ceremony held at the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Center on Monday, March 3, 2025. Major General Cirilio Balaoro Jr., commander of the 2ID, personally conferred the Wounded Personnel Medal to 7 brave soldiers from the 81st Infantry Spartan Battalion for their courage and dedication in combat. These soldiers sustained injuries during 2 successive encounters between government forces and terrorist NPAs in Ragay, Camarines Sur on February 23 and 24, 2025. Their unwavering bravery in the face of adversity exemplifies the true spirit of the jungle fighters. Major General Balaoro commended the awardees for their heroism and assured them that the Philippine Army's full support as they recover. He emphasized that their sacrifice served as an inspiration to their fellow soldiers and the Filipino people, reaffirming the military's commitment to safeguarding peace and security. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa ROTC unit clinched the championship at the 2025 Philippine Army ROTC Fancy Drill Competition, surpassing 16 other teams in a dazzling display of rifle drills and precision. It was held at the headquarters Philippine Army Grandstand in 4th Bonifacio, Taguig City, wherein the event showcased the discipline and skill of Metro Manila-based ROTC units. The University of Caloocan City secured first runner-up, while the Technological University of the Philippines took second runner-up honors. Major General Ramon Zagala, the commander of the Reserve Command Philippine Army, lauded the cadets for their outstanding performance.
DWDD National News.
And now for our national news, the Trade Union Congress of the Philippines called for the implementation of preventive measures to protect workers from heat-related illnesses. This comes as temperatures continue to rise in Metro Manila and other parts of the country. TUCP said that with the heat index surging to 42 to 51 degrees Celsius, the Department of Labor and Employment should immediately implement labor advisory aid to protect workers from heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. The mentioned labor advisory mandates all employers to conduct heat-related health risk assessments, improve workplace ventilation, and provide sufficient drinking water. It also asks the employers to adjust work-rest cycles and implement education campaigns on heat stress prevention.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear more from Shah about 66th IB supports women's livelihood training in Mati City.
The Alpha Astron Company of the 66th Infantry Kabalikat Battalion attended the graduation ceremony of the Tagbinonga Women's Tailoring SLP Association after they completed a 5-day dressmaking training in Barangay Tagbingona, Mati City. The program, conducted in partnership with Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, equipped participants with essential tailoring skills to boost their economic opportunities. This initiative aims to empower women by providing providing them with sustainable livelihood skills. The 66IB reaffirmed its commitment in supporting community-based programs that enhance skills development and economic resilience. This is Shaina Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaina.
DWDD National News.
Oil companies reduced all fuel prices today. The per liter price of gasoline was rolled back by 90 centavos, while diesel decreased by 80 centavos. Meanwhile, kerosene prices are reduced by 1 peso and 40 centavos. All industry sources said the price drop was mostly due to the market's reaction to recent global developments.
DWDD National News.
A legal expert said that China's assertion that Palawan was historically part of its territory is not only baseless but also a direct affront to international law. Dr. Jose Antonio Goita, the chairperson emeritus of the People's Alliance for Democracy and Reform, emphasized that the claim contradicts the United Nations Convention, the law of the sea, and fundamental principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity. He also said the Philippines must respond decisively with enhanced maritime patrols, a strengthened military presence, and diplomatic protests. Goisha also believes that deeper alliances should be formed with regional and global partners to counter China's revisionist claims and expansionist agenda. Let us hear some information from Bea about JD events you are to launch joint training for disaster and security response.
Yes, Rofh, the Joint Task Force National Capital Region is set to conduct the joint interagency training and exercise to enhance disaster preparedness and security response in Metro Manila. This initiative will strengthen coordination, interoperability, and operational readiness among AFP regular forces, NCR-based reserve units, and partner agencies. GTEX will focus on two key areas: humanitarian assistance and disaster response for large-scale emergencies, and security and stability operations. JTF-NCR continues to foster strong partnerships and refine emergencies response strategies, ensuring a safer and more resilient national capital region. This Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the government will investigate the supposed donations made by Chinese spies to the Philippine National Police and some local government units. Presidential Communications Office Undersecretary and Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said the authorities will thoroughly look into the donations. Castro said that accepting donations is not inherently wrong as long as they are offered in good faith. However, she noted that if the donations were given with ulterior motives, they must be investigated.
DWDD National News.
Malacanang's directive calling for the courtesy resignation of presidential appointees in the Presidential Communications Office is nothing personal. This is according to PCO Secretary J. Ruiz. Ruiz explained that the directive was meant to give him a free hand to choose people he can best work with. He also emphasized that it is important for him to choose people that he trusts. Ruiz added that it would help if he brings in his own people.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Jai about 63rd IB supports Barangayan People's Caravan to provide essential services in Samar.
Rofh Santa Rita Mayor Honorable Jade Kichu led the Barangayan People's Caravan to Barangay Tulay, San Isidro and Binalan, Santa Rita, Samar, delivering vital services to residents. The 63rd Infantry Innovator Battalion supported the initiative, ensuring accessibility to essential programs. The caravan offered free haircuts, massages, pedicures, medical checkups, medicines, a feeding program, and seed distribution for sustainable farming. The 63rd IB and local partners worked together to provide much needed resources. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines. Rofh Santa Rita Mayor.
Thank you so much, Jai.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the Department of Social Welfare and Development recognized the invaluable role of women in shaping the country's progress. The statement came in celebration of the National Women's Month. Social Welfare and Development Secretary Rex Gatchalian expressed the agency's commitment in advancing the cause of women's empowerment and gender equality. He also stated that DSWD's initiatives provide women with the necessary tools and expertise, allowing them to make informed decisions and take on leadership roles in their communities.
DWDD National News.
A major labor leader has called on the government to provide immediate legal assistance to undocumented Filipinos in the United States. These amid the challenges presented by the new policy of the Trump administration against illegal immigrants. Nagkaisa Labor Coalition Chairperson and Federation of Free Workers President Sonny Matula said that the groups were briefed by their U.S. counterparts that legal remedies were available to hold the deportation of some illegal Filipinos. Matula said undocumented Filipinos need lawyers to assist those who qualify for relief under U.S. immigration laws. Nagkaisa urged the Philippine government to provide direct legal assistance to undocumented Filipinos in the U.S. rather than merely advising them to leave voluntarily. Let us hear more from Meljoy of First Year G about Isabela ROTC cadets don new ranks and enter cadet officer course.
Yes, Rofh, around 800 cadets from various Reserve Officers Training Course Unit in Isabela gathered for the opening of the Cadet Officer Qualifying Course and the pinning of ranks for MS-32 and MS-42 held at Isabela State University, San Fabian, Itiague, Isabela. Former Social Welfare Secretary and Lieutenant General Rolando Celito Bautista graced the event. He emphasized resilience and personal growth in the pursuit of excellence in leadership. The participants were welcomed through the launching of the Campus Leadership Laboratory headed by Colonel Michael Aquino, Director of 202nd Community Defense Center. Said laboratory aims to develop leadership skills to the youth, highlighting the importance of commitment, service, and patriotism. A traditional military reception rites concluded the event, marking the cadets' acceptance to the officership training, a fitting preparation for a military career in the future. Activated ROTC units that were present included ISU Itiague, ISU Kawayan, ISU Ilagan, ISU Rojas, ISU Cabagan, Northeastern College, and Isabela College of Arts and Technology. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy of First Year G. And now let's hear a report on the ground about Tao West celebrates 52nd anniversary, highlights mission readiness. Going for the details, Beth Tanyete.
Tactical Operation Wing celebrated its 52nd founding anniversary yesterday with the commemorative event at its headquarters in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordora, Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, graced the occasion as the guest of honor, with the theme "Two with at 52nd focusing on a mission-oriented, capability-driven, and a values-based approach and the Western frontier." The celebration emphasized the unit's commitment to operational readiness, personnel development, and national security. Moreover, an awarding ceremony honored outstanding personnel and stakeholders for their contribution, while a blessing ceremony inaugurated the new Parabaskigan Fitness Gym to promote physical well-being among troops. This is Bethany reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for the Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, Malacanang will support any move to amend the SIM card Registration Act to address the resurgence of scamming operations through text messages. Presidential Communications Office Undersecretary Claire Castro said there is a need to review the law to make it more effective in curbing illegal digital activities. Castro also said they have not yet talked about it, but as a lawyer, she thinks that it needs to be amended. The PCO official also added that registering a SIM card must be done in person.
DWDD National News.
Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon has ordered the dismissal of 5 Land Transportation Office personnel for manhandling a rider in Panglao, Bohol. Dizon maintained that the Department of Transportation will not tolerate abuse of authority from agency personnel. He also emphasized that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has said that as civil servants, government personnel are the people's servants and not their lords. Transport Assistant Secretary for Road Transport, retired Colonel Jojo Reyes, was tasked by Dizon over the weekend to personally investigate the incident. Another updates from June's Westcom enhances reading skills with Read Aloud program at Westcom Elementary School.
On February 28, 2025, Western Command through the 6th Civil Relations Group Civil Relations Service Armed Forces of the Philippines conducted the whole-day Read Aloud program at Westcom Elementary School. The session began with personnel from the 6th Civil Relations Group who introduced a book entitled Brave Unrest to improve the students' reading abilities and help them find creative solutions to deal with their fears in everyday life. The interactive format encouraged students to read aloud while receiving immediate feedback from the 6 CRG teachers. A Q&A session followed, allowing students to ask questions and clarify their understanding. Teachers from Westcom Elementary School also contributed their observations on student progress. The program successfully improved students' reading abilities and strengthened the bond between the military and community, showcasing Westcom's ongoing commitment to supporting education in the region. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Junes from Westcom. More updates from Mike about 66IB joins cleanup drives in Davao Oriental.
Yes, the Alpha Astron Company of the 66th Infantry Kabalikat Battalion, MCSST, took part in a cleanup drive in Barangay Bitaugan, San Isidro, Davao Oriental, alongside the Purok and Community Development Team. Volunteers work together to remove waste and promote environmental sustainability in the area. Meanwhile, another cleanup initiative took place in Purok 2, Bais, Barangay Sigaboy. Governor Generoso, in collaboration with Members Church of God International, Ocean Care, and UNTV. The activity reinforced the shared commitment to environmental preservation. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD National News.
For our weather update, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers will be experienced across the country due to the prevailing easterlies. Pag-asa said at Bicol Region, Caraga, Quezon, Marinduque, Romblon, Northern Samar, Eastern Samar, Leyte, Southern Leyte, and also the Davao Oriental will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. The State Weather Bureau warned that flash floods or landslides are possible in areas affected by moderate to at times heavy rains. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, with a possibility of flash floods or landslides.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio, Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.